This episode will be completely taken out of context. Welcome to the Fact Check This podcast.
All right, Fact Check This daily. And today we're going to talk about eggs. Just a second. All right. So, as everybody knows, the price of eggs has been going up progressively over the last year-ish, maybe a little more than a year. Let's take a look at why that is. Because all of a sudden, magically, out of the blue, now, liberals care about the price of eggs. Only because literally the day after Trump took office, the price of eggs didn't go down. So it's the end of the world. It's obviously Trump's fault. Never mind that eggs had gone up like 70% or 170% over the course of the previous year with Joe Biden. You know, during that same time when they told us that inflation was totally going down and they had it under control, it turns out it wasn't. Well, what's actually going on with eggs and the price of eggs? Let's take a look, shall we? Why are eggs so expensive right now? The price of eggs is expected to skyrocket another 20% this year, according to the U.S. Department of Agriculture. Prices rose from $2.52 per dozen for large grade A eggs in January 2024 to $4.15 by that December, a nearly 65% change in just 12 months. Per data from the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, the shell-shocking price increase of eggs is due to the highly pathogenic avian influenza or bird flu outbreak. Some 23.2 million birds had to be killed in December alone after contracting the virus, according to USDA, triggering a national egg shortage. Oh my God! So what you're saying is it's not actually because of Donald Trump, that it's because of the USDA. Also, here's the crazy thing about this: the way these layeries are laid out, the way all of the chicken farms and stuff are laid out, they have the ability to cordon off and quarantine the chickens that are sick, the chickens that have contracted. But because of the USDA and their absolutely insane policies on this, they have to kill all of the birds, all of them. Like, where is PETA? Where are all the animal cruelty people? Like, why are they not fighting for this? Why are they not standing up and saying this is fucking barbaric? There is no reason to do this. You are manufacturing an egg shortage and a chicken shortage by doing this, by doing something that is completely unnecessary. But nobody wants to talk about that. They just want to cry because the price of eggs went up, and obviously that's Donald Trump's fault, when it's actually the USDA's fault, and they ought to gut the fucking USDA and completely do away with that. That's the next thing that Doge ought to target after they get done with the Department of Education. The outbreak is having widespread repercussions across numerous industries. New York Governor Kathy Hochul announced on February 7th that the state would shut down live bird markets after the virus was detected in 7 markets in New York City. Here's another thing that's fucking insane about this. They've been trying to create this bird flu outbreak, bird flu pandemic for decades, literally fucking decades, except that it's not transmissible to humans except in very, very rare occasions. And the literal one avian flu death, the dude had 6 other fucking things wrong with him and was effectively on his deathbed and just happened to also have that. This is something that they're trying to drum up to be a thing that it's not. And they've been doing this for I think the original bird flu scare thing, you can go back and find newspaper clippings or newspaper articles about it from 40 years ago, back in the 70s was when they first started trying to kick this shit off. Or maybe it was the swine flu in the 70s and then they started working on the bird flu in the 80s. Either way, they've been trying to kick this shit off for a long time. American chain restaurant Waffle House announced that they would be adding a 50-cent per egg surcharge to orders due to the egg shortage and rise in prices. While we hope these price fluctuations will be short-lived, we cannot predict how long the shortage will last, Waffle House said in a statement to the Associated Press. The grocery store giants, including Trader Joe's, Costco, and Sprout, have placed limits on the number of egg cartons patrons can purchase. And here's what to know. While the pandemic and inflation caused the overall price of food to rise, the current egg shortage is tied to the widespread bird flu, which first affected livestock on turkey farms in 2020. That's absolute, complete, and total utter horseshit. Bird flu didn't first arrive in turkey farms in 2020. The shit has been around for literally for fucking ever. And we've managed and mitigated it for a long time. What else happened in 2020 that might cause people to start like panicking over some dumb shit? Oh, I don't know. Maybe some panicking dumb shit and overreaction to some other dumb shit. Crazy, right? How this all kind of fucking coincides and nobody wants to ask any fucking questions about this. Like, there is a common sense way to deal with all of this, and government is not in the business of common sense. Per the Center for Disease Control and Prevention. So this first affected livestock on U.S. turkey farms in 2020 per the CDC. Like we should believe anything those miserable rat fucking bastards say about anything fucking ever. By 2024, the H5N1 strain of the virus began to impact goat kids and dairy cows. The first ever reported cow-to-human spread of the avian influenza virus was also reported last April, though more than 60 humans have contracted the virus overall. Oh my God! 60. We're all going to fucking die. We need to just murder every chicken on the planet so that we don't all contract H5N1, which has killed nobody. Absolutely nobody. Yeah, this government overreach on this is the fucking problem. It has nothing to do with avian flu. USDA says that while the national egg supply was showing some improvement, if it starts to show some improvement, that means they're going to go kill a couple more million fucking birds. In their weekly egg market overview published on February 7th, wholesale price for graded loose eggs will continue to increase in price. HPAI outbreaks remain persistent, with egg supply across the eastern U.S. in trouble. In the last 30 days, some 149 flocks were detected with the avian influenza, affecting more than 23 million birds. Commercial flocks in Ohio, one of the top states for egg production, and Missouri appear to be the most affected, though they are just two of the slew of states reporting outbreaks. For now, shell egg availability remains limited and inconsistent in many retail markets, with many affected grocers employing steps to limit consumer purchasing to stretch their existing supplies, including limiting or ending promotional activity, placing limits on units purchased per shopping trip, and holding prices at record or near record highs to dampen demand. If you're not already, you need to get your own chickens and raise your own eggs. We've got 2 chickens running around right now. We had a raccoon problem last year and cut us down from 7 to 2. But they've started laying. We're getting them 1 to 2 eggs every day. We'll have our egg stockpile built up soon enough. Once it warms up a little bit, we'll get more chickens and continue to build up our egg stockpile. Get your own eggs. If you're in a place that allows it, do it. And if you're not, then get somewhere that does, or find someone that does. Like, there are people who raise their own chickens, have their own eggs, and are more than willing to sell you some, probably for a lot cheaper than what they're going for at the grocery store, and probably a better quality egg anyway. The egg shortage and the price of eggs has nothing to do with Donald Trump and 100% to do with government overreach and the USDA being a miserable fucking piece of shit of a government department. That's it. That's the long and short of it. That'll do it for me today. Sorry, this was shorter. I have been very busy all morning, and I still have more busyness that I have to tend to. We will be doing Peddling Fiction at some point this afternoon. I haven't talked to Johnny to nail down an exact time, but it'll be happening today for sure. So stick around, tune in. See you then. Later.